Hey, my background. How y'all like it? Yo, what's up, y'all? This is your boy DJ Tim Fly. You reached the sports chamber locked and loaded with my man, Big Bad Ace, Coach E, the moderator, Eric
Yes,
Rocco,
sir.
and my man, Train, the freight train, the one and only, Andrew Kosovo, and yours truly, DJ Tim Fly on the drive-by. What's happening, fellas?
Hey, man, you ain't doing no party today, man. You need to change that.
Hey, don't hate, brother. Don't hate. What's happening?
What's going on, fellas? What's going on? Hey, welcome to the Sports Chamber, locked and loaded. I'm ready to get it in, man. What's going on, man? How was y'all day? How was y'all weekend? How was everything, man?
Hey, I came here to see Andrew Kosovo. Where's he at?
Oh, okay. Hey, in case y'all can't see, y'all check out my background, man. I know y'all like that. All y'all cowboy haters, check my background out. Read it and weep.
Some male, why you gonna put up some male cheerleaders, man? That's some typical Dallas fandom.
Hey, that's how we roll, but we keep it real. We still come out. We still come out fighting. We don't care.
And we're gonna talk about this game.
We get up and keep back on ticking. That's cool.
Well, hey, Andrew, if he knew what I knew, he'd be quiet right now.
If both y'all knew what I knew, he'd really be quiet right now.
Exactly. Hey, man, but first of all, I'd like to give God the glory, man, for the show, man, for you guys. I thank you for making all this possible. You know what I'm saying? Giving us this platform to be a blessing to him. You know what I'm saying?
That's yes, indeed, man.
So let's get this thing started, y'all.
Oh man, gotta get my cowboy hat right. All right, let's get it in, man. Andrew, you ready to do it?
Let's go.
Let's do it. All right, let's start off, man. We're gonna go with that Crawford and Porter fight. Yo, Crawford, man, was that a good fight or what?
That fight was a beautiful fight. Now we can do a couple things here, fellas. Yes. I can get a rundown round by round, or we can just talk about the fight in general. How y'all want to do this? You want me to go round by round, or we just gonna
do it like that, man? How you want to do it?
Yeah, we talk about the fight in general. I've seen the whole fight in its entirety. It's very exciting.
Okay. Well, since I'm the boxing man here, it was a great fight.
Very exciting.
Knew it was gonna.
I mean, it was actually
we knew it's going to be a great fight. I don't know too many people that thought Porter was going to win, but that fight was significant for a lot of reasons. One, there's only two men in the world Porter can't beat, and that's who you saw him fight, and that's who you saw him fight in his last fight, in Errol Spence. And all this sets up that big Spence-Porter fight. But, Porter came out like a dog, like he always does. And, Bud played around with him for several rounds. After 8, I had to fight even, 4 rounds to 4. And I think the judges did as well. They scored it 85-86, 85-86, 84-87. So
I don't know what fight y'all been watching, but go ahead.
That means that they had Bud win in the 9th round. They had Bud win in the 9th round and an even fight through 8, just like I did, except for the one guy. He apparently gave Porter a round earlier in the fight, but man, there were a lot of swing rounds that you could really give either way. But what happened ultimately is what you could see coming. Crawford's just on another planet, man, and he was just he was letting Porter expend energy to the point he started lunging, and when he lunged in that 10th round, boom, there was your first knockdown. Now he's wobbly, he gets up. He starts fighting, but he's still, foggy upstairs. You can't fight Bud Crawford being foggy upstairs. Boom, there goes the second knockdown. Then Porter's father stopped the fight. A lot of people had an issue with that, but you got to understand something. Porter and Crawford are friends. Their families know each other. They know each other. His dad knew, okay, I could, to entertain the fans, let my son keep fighting, or I can go ahead and stop it now and look out for my son. And that's exactly what he did.
Most def. I agree with that. But go ahead, let you.
You got me scratching my head because I don't know what the hell he was looking at, because the majority of that fight, Porter was dominating that fight. The only problem that Porter didn't have is Porter was trying to make power punches more than he made establish the jabs. And Crawford was keeping up, was able to catch him in latter rounds because he was throwing the jab. He was scoring. But for the most part, especially in the early rounds, Porter was dominating that fight. My only issue is with Porter is Porter kept swinging out of control, kept lunging, and Crawford would catch him with that uppercut. Porter would lunge forward, miss the punch, put his head down, and Crawford would pick him up with an uppercut. And Crawford spent many times on that fight smiling at it, saying, hey, you did some stupid stuff, and I'm going to make you pay for it.
You pointed out a key to the fight, and that was the jab. And that's what Crawford controlled the fight with. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, through 8 rounds, Crawford landed 64 punches.
I believe
Crawford landed 64 punches out of 230. Porter landed 60 out of 268. So he landed 4 less punches than Crawford over the course of the first 8 rounds. But you got to keep in mind, this includes jabs. And that's why Crawford comes out on the front end with 4 more landed.
Right. You're right, because round one,
you can't give as much weight to a jab, really, as you can a hook, uppercut, or overhand, left or right. The jab is a setup. Of course.
Yeah, because through first round, that first round wasn't really active at all. Porter only made 6 punches, 6 of 29, and Crawford only did 3 of 15. Crawford did next to no punching in that first round. The second round, they did, that was a little battle. They came back. It was 12 of 34 for Porter and 11 36 for. But Crawford began to establish the jab in the second round, and then that's where the third round where Crawford made that headbutt, and that kind of took a little something out of Porter a little bit. Fourth round, do four rounds.
Porter,
I believe the fight, the total punch stat was 25.
Porter received the headbutt in the third round. Crawford got headbutted, I think, in the 6th or 7th.
Yes. They came back to bite him. But it was an exciting fight. I believe that Crawford got off to a slow start. But I tell you what, Porter was coming after him. I like the fact that Porter was the aggressor. Porter was stalking him. Porter's a hell of an athlete. He's a former high school football all-star. Hell of an athlete, but he came in there thinking that he was going to come and dominate the welterweight champion of the world, of the WBO, of course. But he thought he was going to come in there and steamroll him. But eventually, I love the body shots that Crawford was putting on him, because every time he come in, he jabbing, stiff jab, especially in the 8th and 9th round. He was establishing that jab even more. And as he got to the point, I believe it was the body shots that started to wear him down. He hit him in the chest in the 10th round. I mean, and man, he really went to work on him in the 10th round. And that's when he first came out there all cocky, ran up to him real quick, and he popped him. Before you know it, he found himself on the ground. And then the second time he came at him, that's when he would swing, miss. Crawford would hit him in the stomach, and he swing and miss again. He hit him in the chest, knocked him down with the chest blow. And he was so pissed, he was punching the doggone canvas because he knew he made a mistake. You can't make a mistake like that against a technician like Crawford. I think he beat him based on being a technician rather than being a boxer this time. Because if he tried to play Porter's game, Porter would kill him. But he had to reach on him.
Porter
and the height.
Let me just point out, Porter didn't come out cocky and just bum rushing him in this particular fight. Porter is an aggressor. That's his style of fight. And that style of fight beats all but the Bud Crawfords of the world. That's just the way Porter fights. He didn't do anything different in this fight that he doesn't normally do. That's just how he fights.
Lack of technique.
And see, Crawford, on the other hand, is more of a technician. He's a boxer puncher, whereas Porter is a puncher. He comes in punching, throwing blows. Crawford just sits back and analyzes. He took that first round off on purpose. He wanted to see what he was up against. He wanted to see, what are you going to bring to the table in this fight? After the first round, Crawford's like, check. And he did something in between the first and second round. He might be the only fighter in the world today that can do this. He smoothly transitioned to a traditional stance to a freaking southpaw stance.
Yeah.
And controlled the fight out of the southpaw stance.
Yeah. Right.
You're either you're either left-handed or right-handed. You don't just jump back and forth like that. He did, and he made it work.
So my thing is, Porter actually came in unprepared. I mean, because if that's your friend, you should know you should know your opponent. And not only that, his technique broke down. That's why he got knocked out.
It did.
Eric, that's hypocritical for you to say. You should. Huh? That's hypocritical for you to say because shit, you know me, but I keep beating your ass in Madden. So it don't matter. So
no,
the thing about,
if you play with creative players, of course you're gonna beat me. You can't beat me straight up.
Real talk. He was very prepared, and he knew what the man across the ring had for him. But you can't. What he couldn't do is say, okay, I'm going to change my style. I've been an aggressor all of these years and have made it to the top fighting like this. He can't say, but I'm fighting Bud Crawford, so I'm going to fight like he does. He probably would have got knocked out in the third round if he had done that. He put his best foot forward, period, and it just wasn't good enough to beat Bud Crawford, period.
Well, you know what? I think this fight deserves a rematch because really, when the man switched to southpaw, you could hear Porter's dad say, roll to the left. Whenever he playing a southpaw, roll to the left, take his power away from him. But he kept rolling to the right. And he took all his blows. He lunged, missed, bow his head, and Crawford would bless him. Bow! So he actually helped Crawford knock him out.
But that came
with all those blows that he was taking.
Technique.
Well, that comes from footwork. That's a footwork.
We call it, in my world, we call it technique. Technique. Keep your technique. If your when you start getting tired and fatigue, technique break down. Yes. Actually, if you sound your technique is sound, it ain't gonna break down. So, but to me, I mean, it was a good fight.
I just want to give it. Go ahead.
I don't think Porter established a jab like he should have, because I believe that jab that Crawford was established over time was the thing that finally kept chipping at him like he was chipping a statue. And over time, it just continued. It started to wear him down, and before you know it, it took the win out of him.
I just want to throw this in there because it's not something you often see, and that was the class of both fighters and both corners after the fight. After the fight, Bud went over to Porter, congratulated him. They hugged for probably 2 minutes and had a private conversation. But it was nothing but love in the ring. Both corners were interviewed. It was nothing but love for both sides during the interviews. And let me say this, a lot of people are mad at Porter's dad. Now, I already pointed out the obvious, but you know, that man knows both fighters, as I pointed out. And you also got to remember something. That man has never seen his son on the canvas before. That's the first time he ever tasted the canvas.
Hey, if
you got to think, being a professional boxer, you have to think about tomorrow.
Yeah, and that's what his dad did for him.
Yes, I believe this fight deserves a rematch. It was a hell of a match.
That's not going to happen because, ironically, the next day, and hats off to him, Porter retired.
All right, yeah,
he retired. But now we're set up for the fight everybody wants to see, you know, and that's Errol Spence and Bud Crawford. And you know, this is a fight that should have happened a year ago, 2 years ago, but Crawford was under the control of Bob Arum. For those that don't know, back in the 90s, when everybody said promoters were crooked and Don King was the poster guy for it, there was Bob Arum sitting right next to him. He just wasn't in the picture. He was every bit as dirty as Don King. He's 89 years old now and still got fighters tied up to promotional contracts. And he controls who the fighter fights. It was never Spence didn't want to fight Crawford, or Crawford didn't want to fight Spence. It was Bob Arum looking out for his pockets. He didn't want to take that chance. He didn't want to take that chance of his fighter going out there and possibly losing, and then where's his meal ticket? So he's the one that's been holding this fight up now for years. That fight Saturday night was Crawford's last on his contract under Arum. Now he's free to fight whoever he wants to fight.
Well, fellas, We're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna switch this over to Monday Night Football.
Y'all with me on that? Monday Night Foosball, because that's what kind of game it was.
Monday Night Football, man. We got Monday Night Football, man. We got the Giants versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. TB12, baby. I told you TB12 was not going to take 2 L's in a row. Let's roll with it. Got on it.
Can I point something out real quick just to get it out of the way?
Hey, what's going on? What? Talk to me now.
We had some picks for the weekend. Okay, I just want to point it out.
Yeah.
You talk about Monday Night Football first?
No, that was a pick. That was a pick as well.
Okay, all right. Okay, go ahead.
Just to get the picks out the way, yours truly, 11-4. Tim, 10-5. Eric, I don't know how the hell you did it, man. I mean, how can you be that bad? 5-10. You were 5-10 in your picks.
Check out my scores though. Okay. My best score. I wrote down all 3 of our best scores. My best score was Cincy 34, Las Vegas 13. I had it 32-13. Tim had San Francisco 30, Jacksonville 10. 10 had it 28-10. So he was 2 points off. I was 2 points off. Man, your best game, Tampa Bay versus the Giants, 30-10. You had Tampa Bay 42-10. That was your closest pick. No, it wasn't.
It wasn't a loss.
Hey, Demar said, he did.
What's going on, Demar? Hey, we see you out there, Demar. Hey, matter of fact, Andrew, that they go Tim Plant. He back up in here again.
Hey, matter of fact, we gonna open the lines of
Demar. We know you on the payroll. We know you on Tim payroll. Hey, go ahead. You can admit it. We know you on this payroll. But yeah, man. Let's go. Let's talk about that game, man.
I'm gonna say this. Thank you, Saquon Barkley, because I needed 4 points going into the night in my fantasy league, and he was doubtful for the game. I didn't know he was gonna play or not, man. I was sweating that one out, and he didn't do much, but he got me my 4 points.
Well, basically, this game was a game of tragic proportions. The Giants look god awful. They don't look like the Giants. They look like the little Giants. In other words, they look like the ants. Take the GI off the end because there's no military strategy at all in whatever the game they play. The Giants is god awful. They need to get rid of Dave Gettleman. Danny Dimes, they need to get rid of him.
Hold on, bro. He got fired today.
No, Jason Garrett got fired.
Jason Garrett, he got fired today, along with the OC.
I'm not surprised about that. We want to say he's a former Cowboy, so he should have got fired. But just to look at the games, basically Tampa Bay, especially that they did what they wanted to do this whole game. Leonard Fournette was a force, as always. Great pickup. Terrible releasing a waiver from Jacksonville. Tampa did a great job picking him up last year. That guy dominated. Gronk was back. Even though Antonio Brown wasn't there, regular guys, Godwin, Evans did their thing. Giants were just deplorable. Saquon Barkley flashed in other parts or whatever case may be. And the only reason why they got the points they got on the board is because of the turnover, the interception. Other than that, man, this game was we basically knew what the outcome was going to be, and Giants keep up the good work.
I just want to throw something out there real quick about you mentioned Fournette. Preseason, I was trying to explain to a couple people in Sports Nuts, Fournette will be the man. And one dude, it's like he wanted to spite me, man. And talking about Ronald Jones. All I can say is, how you like me now?
Hey, look, we knew that looking at him last year. And Jacksonville was stupid because the first time Jacksonville went to the playoff in tons of years, it was because of Fournette.
Ronald Jones carried them the first half of the season, but when Fournette came over, he had to get used to the offense. They weren't going to just throw him right in. But by the time the playoffs rolled around, he was the man. I didn't understand what people didn't see about that.
Exactly.
But let me say this about Tampa Bay TB12, man. I don't know. I've been watching TB12 for a long time. To me, I don't see that fire under him as if Belichick was his coach. He's lackadaisical out there, man. It's kind of like
you just pointed out why. You just pointed out why.
Exactly. And Tim, you see a true coach. That's why you see in front of mine say Coach E. That's I'm a true coach. I'm a real coach, and I can see those things. So you can you're a water boy, Tim. You use the water boy. You never played in the game. You handed me my water. All right, so I can see these things. That's why I see Tom Brady. He don't really have to me. When his game is, he don't have fire under him. I don't like when he was in New England. Like his game is just nonchalant, throw an interception. He don't have. I think Bruce Arians need to put the fire back under him, like when he his first year there.
Well, you know what? That's exactly why the NFL conducts drug tests, because clowns like you who see the game and while they're smoking. And they see something that wasn't there. They see pink elephants. They see like the man on the Lucky Charms, green hearts, blue diamonds, and whatever the case may be. What the hell are you talking about? Tom Brady is 44 years old, out there still doing it, still making it happen. And he can't control a tip drill that causes an interception. But the point of it is, did the job get done? Hell yeah. Do they still believe in Tom? Hell yeah. So what are you talking about? He didn't look like Dak Prescott looked on Sunday. So what are you talking about?
That's called a coach's observation.
It's easy coach's observation. Time when you surround them with an all-star team. But anyways, moving on.
All right, let's go to the next one, man. All right, them Cowboys and Chiefs, baby. We still on top. I don't care how you put it. We take L's. We take L's to make everybody else to look good. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes because we can't win it all. Hey, matter of fact.
Look, I'm not flexing because of the Cowboys. I'm flexing because I'm the only one that called this game correctly. Got your ass whooped by a real team that's starting to get this stuff back together.
Man, hold up. Is they really a real team? I mean, really? Look, like I told you last episode, everybody gets up for the Cowboys. Everybody.
So if y'all go 1-15,
we are everybody's Super Bowl.
If y'all go 1-15, you're gonna be like, well, everybody gets up for us. It's not fair. Stop it.
We win everything. I mean, come on. Really?
You ain't been winning much of nothing lately.
Hey, you know what, man? I just like MC Light said, just like a test, just like a test, just like a test. Eric, I cram to understand you. You a damn cowboy and true damn delusion. I don't know what the hell you talking about. I told you I picked you guys to win, but I hope that you lose the game. And like Stephen A. Smith said, just wait. Just wait. Accident waiting to happen. CD Lamb had a concussion. Wow. Mari Cooper not going to play for 2 games. You do have a bright side that's coming on. You got Randy Gregory and Lawrence coming back, but I don't know if that's going to be enough. But that guy Parsons played like a man possessed. But boy, Chris Jones took over you guys' defense, offensive line the other night. Just truly dominated up the middle. You guys were ambidextrous at worst. You didn't even score. The double one offense didn't even score a touchdown, man. You guys kicked field goals. Y'all played a baseball game. I'm like, what the hell's going on here?
Like your boy posted, the post that you showed me. 3 field goals? That's it?
Hey, man.
For America's team?
Hey, man. Y'all want me to
be Cowboys?
Hey, man. Y'all want me to be real? Want me to be real?
Yeah, nice. you guys look like McCarthy coach.
Man, we suck. I ain't gonna lie, man. Look, right, like my man Bubba Dub said, look, we suck. I ain't gonna lie. We can't move the ball. We got a few people out and we can't move the ball. We can't score a touchdown. Practice all week. You can't score a touchdown. Man, come on, McCarthy. Matter of fact, Jerry Jones, you getting out of there. Matter of fact, you let us
on Jerry. This ain't about Jerry. Jerry been sitting up in the damn skybox behaving himself. This ain't about Jerry at all. Them guys play like McCarthy coach.
You need to start letting some people go. How about that?
They play like McCarthy coach, nonchalant, half-ass. Couldn't get the job done. Thought they was going to go in Kansas City, and Kansas City won't lay down again. Remember, Kansas City is Denver's rival. They study the tape, brothers. They study the tape, and they smacked you around on defense, which was not their strong points. And yes, DeMond said the Cowboys looked defeated also because just wait. I told you, look at the end of the season. Stop looking at the beginning. You guys are nosediving faster than the Raiders on crack. So you better try on it.
Look, we still gonna come out of the NFC East. So no matter what you say, how about that?
I don't know.
Hey, you can say what the hell you want to say, but like I tell you,
not at your current rate, you're not.
Hey, yeah, it depends on how you come out. You might come out limping, so it don't matter. Who the hell wants to come out and make limping to the playoff? You want to play for the damn.
I got an answer for that.
Big chip. The hell with limping in the playoff.
The Cowboys will take that because they count a victory as making the playoffs and being one round and out. They all for that shit. They do that shit, it'll be like they won the Super Bowl.
Hey, matter of fact, we get our stuff right this week right here. Matter of fact, we coming back to Avengers. All right, let's move on, man. All right, let's go. We got the NFL scores for the week 11 scores, man. So we already talked about the Patriots. Patriots. Okay, let's go with Patriots and Falcons. That was the third. Okay.
Go with the Sunday night game, Pittsburgh and Chargers.
Okay, go ahead. Let's go with that one.
Which one? Pittsburgh and Chargers?
Pittsburgh and Chargers.
That was a hell of a comeback. That's really all I can say. That was a hell of a comeback.
Chargers 41, Steelers 37.
I don't think it was no comeback. I just think that Chargers their coach is starting to, I don't know, they're getting more full of themselves and they're starting to lose discipline in certain areas. Instead of closing the game out with the run game, they still want to finesse this dang on game and throwing interceptions and doing block punt, wasn't it? It was a block punt. Special teams went to sleep. And before you know it, it turned around and down because really Pittsburgh, their offense is anorexic at best. So Chargers look like they starting to stink up the joint too. You don't know whether they want to be superstars one week, next minute they don't know whether they want to be crackheads the next. So I don't really. Chargers starting to make me not have much respect for them right now. They're starting to look like a mediocre team instead of a playoff contender.
I mean, Pittsburgh put up 27 points in the fourth quarter, and the Chargers came back. How you not call that a comeback? They overcame that. No, they did not put up 27 points. They had 20 points in the fourth quarter. They scored a couple times in the fourth quarter. So now I'm lying, right? 27 points in the fourth quarter. 27 points in the fourth quarter.
Like facts to be.
Yeah, obviously, you can't. That's not 27 points. That's 17 points. What are you talking about? They had 20 points.
Uno, dos, 1, 2. When it's like that, that's a 2. That's a 1.
What are you pointing at? Who the hell can see that phone?
Man, bro, the score. Fourth quarter, 27 points. Chargers 14.
So you say it scored 27 points
in the fourth.
Okay, no problem.
Hey Tim, you wrong, buddy. 20. That's right. I'm looking at it. 27 points they scored in the fourth quarter.
All right, I stand corrected.
All right, get your facts right.
Some damn time, I can't be right all the time.
You need to be right.
You're gonna be wrong a lot on this show.
Okay.
You got to find out. This is the first damn time y'all got me.
No.
Go ahead.
Y'all hear that out there. Okay. All right, let's go on to the next one, man. We got the Cardinals and Seahawks. Cardinals 23, Seahawks 13. Andrew, what you got on them picks over there?
I mean, both of y'all picked Seattle. I was the only one that got that one right. Cards. And I said it was kind of contingent.
You the one who was writing it down. You probably changed it on us.
No, I screenshot them picks and sent them to both of y'all. So don't give me that.
He changed it.
I picked Seattle is because I thought that Colt McCoy was hurt. I thought the third string was playing. So I went Arizona not knowing that Kyle Murray was playing. And I'll tell him myself. Kyler Murray wasn't playing. Kyler Murray did not play. Yes, Tim. You state the obvious, and I appreciate it. Now, as I was trying to say, if I knew beforehand, I probably would have got that pick wrong because I don't think I would have picked Arizona to win that game if I knew Murray wasn't playing. But I got it right because I rolled the dice that Murray was playing. Because I forced you to won.
I forced you to man up and make a pick. That's what happened. You need to thank me for your pick because I forced you to pick that.
No, you wouldn't let me finish what I was saying when I was saying that. I said, this is a hard pick to make because we don't know if Murray's going to play. Then I rolled the dice and picked them anyway, and they won without him. Which is a good thing for them because you know, people are arguing whether they're the best team in the NFL or at least one of the top 5. You need to be able to go out there and win and not be contingent on one player. Because if you're going to get somewhere, you got to do that.
Yeah.
Look, Colt McCoy won 4 out of 5 games for him, man. I mean, come on. What does that tell you about it? And then Hopkins wasn't playing either. What does that tell you about the depth of their team? Next.
But you know what, that is true. And going into the season, you're going to see the teams that can sustain with injuries, and that's going to keep rolling with the injured players. That's the teams that's going to see that you're going to see them go deep in the playoffs. All right, let's go to the next one. We got Bengals and Raiders. We got Bengals 32-13 over the Raiders.
The Raiders continue the descent. The descent continues for the Raiders.
I don't know who's falling faster than the Comet, the Cowboys or the damn Raiders. I'm not sure. I'm trying to check. Kind of like that commercial between that Comet and that doggone dinosaur. The Coca-Cola commercial. you don't know what else is going to happen. But I expect Cincinnati to rebound. Cincinnati look like a playoff contender this year. But the Raiders, I am truly done with them. They're disappointed. I mean, cut the cord. I think they might be crazy enough to pull off a win this Thursday because I don't know who. This is the battle of the 2 teams is falling. It might be a game of giveaway checkers on Thursday between the Cowboys and the Raiders.
And then they have us next week. There's an L. This will be another game where Cowboys get their ass whooped and Big Brother watching the football team got to go in and beat up the dude to beat y'all up again, just like Tampa Bay.
Okay. All right.
Just like we went on the streak last year after we beat 11 old Steelers. You better watch us because we'll freak around, smack you around twice. Because y'all peeking right now in the wrong direction. Cowboys are trending in the wrong direction, and I love it.
All right, let's go to the next one. Let's go to 49ers and Jaguars. 49ers 30, Jaguars 10. What you got on that, Big Drew?
49ers and Jaguars. You know, for the 49ers, man, they played a nobody team, and they beat the teams they're supposed to beat. Their problem is when they play teams that it can go either way. That defense, I mean, granted, they held Jacksonville to 13 points, but they talent-wise, they got one of the top 3 defenses in the NFL. They just don't show it every week. 24-13, I mean, against Jacksonville, it's not really all that impressive, but they won the game. They got the win. You never know what you're going to get out of San Francisco from week to week. And I think that's mainly contingent. 30-10, my bad. That was my pick. 24-13 was my pick.
Oh, okay.
30-10, you know, and I think most of that goes on Garoppolo. You don't know who you're going to get week from week with Garoppolo. And I think that's the big problem. If you put a top 5 quarterback on that San Francisco team, oh, shoot, you might be looking at the best team in the league.
Well, I beg to differ. Garoppolo's problem is not his playing; it's his availability problem. That guy, I don't know who's the worst, him, Saquon Barkley, or doggone Ed McCaffrey. That boy, Ed McCaffrey's boy, he stay injured. If you break a nail, he injured. So my problem with Garoppolo, he stay injured a lot. But you know what? I got a lot of respect, even though I can't stand him because he's doing it with San Francisco and he couldn't do it with the Redskins. Kyle Shanahan is learning how to run the ball, and he's not only just using running backs. Boy, he got Deebo Samuel doing his thing. Deebo Samuel is a man amongst boys, and I'm telling you, he's a linebacker in a receiver's body. They played a great game, full to execution, but they're strictly a power team that doesn't go in and dance with you. They go in there and they steamroll you. So that game was a pretty decent game from San Francisco's standpoint. But then the next week, when San Francisco played a legitimate contender, unlike a division rival with the Rams, they play somebody outside the division, they stink up the joint. So
let me also throw in there another brittle player, but arguably the second best tight end in the NFL when he's healthy.
Well, I don't know if I would give him that, but he is a good tight end. He is a good tight end. I don't know if I would give him number 2 tight end.
When he's healthy?
2 years ago he probably was.
But that's because he ain't been healthy since then.
Well, you got some other emerging guys out there, tight ends, that's starting to really show their looks. But
that's true.
Yeah, that was a good game by San Francisco, nonetheless.
All right, let's go to our next one. We got Washington football team versus the Carolina Panthers. Washington 27, Panthers 21, and it didn't look too good for Cam Newton. Actually, I got to give it to Cam, but we forgot that Ron Rivera was not going to let his old team beat him. So
but Cam didn't have a bad game.
No, Cam didn't have a bad game. Where everybody was thinking, okay, they thought it was Cam Newton going in to beat Ron Rivera because he didn't pick him up. But Ron Rivera basically said, hey, I'm not going to let my old team beat me. So
pretty much. But
guys, let me give y'all a little something. Since I was there at the game live and in living color, let me tell you something. Cam played an excellent game. This did not fall on Cam. It was the Panthers' defense. But even more so,
and loaded.
All right. Who's on the line?
Damn, that was loud.
Sorry about that.
Go ahead. Eric, who's that?
Go ahead, caller. You on the air. Evidently, some technical difficulties.
Okay.
Yeah.
Caller?
We get it right. Call back.
Yeah. Call back in, caller, because it seemed like you want to chime in on the Panthers Washington game, the perfect game. So this is the thing. Look, I believe the Washington football team would have beat the Panthers by more points if Antonio Gibson didn't fumble that ball on the first drive near the goal line.
And loaded.
Okay, we got the call coming in. All right.
Speaking now.
You go ahead, caller. You on the air?
Hello? All right, I'm talking.
You on the air? Who's this?
This is Damon.
What's up, Damon? How you doing, man? What's going on, man? What you got?
Up,
hey, chilling. I had to comment on this game.
What you got for us, man? Well, we know you was gonna call in on this game because Andrew, this is the paid plant. Tim paid him to call in, so go ahead, man. Speak your piece. Speak your mind.
No. The proof is in the pudding.
Well, I like him right now. Right now, I like him. When he hangs up.
I was gonna say, Cam played good. He did play good, but Taylor just played a little bit better. That was all to it. Cam played real good.
Yes.
Real good, but Taylor played a little bit better. And like Tim said, if Antonio Gibson wouldn't fumble that ball, we'd have won by more points.
Exactly.
Washington is starting to play more physical, and that's key to everything for the rest of our season.
So, Demar, so
that's correct.
You think you guys gonna win it on out? I mean, you think y'all guys, you looking good.
Hey, all the rest of the games are winnable. I look at it.
Hold up. Now you forgot the Cowboys on there now, so you might as well. That's
two. Beat y'all 2 times last year. Remember that?
Yeah.
Let me point something out. The Dallas Cowboys have never, ever beat the Washington football team.
I like that. That makes sense. Hey, matter of fact, we still got the brass-colored broom trophy that y'all don't have because we swept the hell out of you last year. So you say the series between the Washington football team and the Cowboys is 2-0.
You speaking fact.
You know what? No comment on that. No comment.
Hey, matter of fact, I don't think you're getting the broom or the dustpan back this year, buddy. I think we're on a damn tear and we're going to stay on it. But to get back on that game, Damon, boy, you guys had to be there. Andrew, you should have been there. The hell with everybody else. We watched the team. And I'm telling you, the way that momentum shifted, even after we had them, we had them 21-14, and we was driving. We thought we were going to close the game out. Man, it was just crazy. It was going back and forth. I think I bit all my nails off my finger. It was a perfect game, and it went the way it should have went. And straight up at the end, when Cam was able to do something, the Washington football team defense stepped in and shut him down. like we do best.
I mean, y'all got lucky.
Right.
I mean, that was luck. I mean, clearly, y'all had a rabbit foot in your pocket, and you got on your knees and you did all kind of stuff, and I mean, that was just clear luck, man.
You look at the history of the Washington football team. We always get out the slow starts, even on playoff years. When Joe Gibbs came in, his first year, I think they were. This ain't the exact record, but it was something like they were 0-8 and finished the season 8-8. But I mean, that's just how we roll. Unlike y'all get off to a hot start and go all to pieces. But I just want to point this one thing out that I've been saying every week. We're coming around. We start to play more physical. But Del Rio has got to start running something other than 4-man fronts, cover twos. He blitzes about once a quarter, and when he does, it works. So if he starts mixing that in with the way we playing more physical now, oh man, it's looking good.
Hey man, you gonna make me think you might be a wannabe coach, man. You sound like a coach right now. I gotta give it to you.
I whipped your ass when you was on the other side of the field.
All the hell we did.
Hey, that's what's up, man. Hey, Demond, thanks for calling. Go ahead.
One other thing too.
All right, I'll y'all later.
Hey,
Demond, real talk. Keep up the good way. The check will be in the mail.
I'll be waiting for it.
All right,
now,
man. Let's go to
Eric, one other thing too. Now, Logan Thomas, the injured tight end, is coming back. Another X factor because your guy, the other tight end that came in, what's the guy that's playing his butt off right now? Seals is playing his butt off now. But then,
he shows up one week and disappears the next.
Well, we got Logan Thomas back, so that's an X factor in there. And then remember now, we got both our bookend defensive ends out, Chase Young and my man Sweat, Montez Sweat. Montez Sweat will be back sometime in December, but look at the doggone penetration of the D tackles up the middle. Even the outside guys, that defense is on the tear. We beat the Super Bowl champions. We beat the Carolina Panthers with Cam. They look good with Cam. McCaffrey looked good. That was a great pass that Cam threw to McCaffrey. So I'm telling you, Carolina is not the same team they were playing with Sam Darnold. They're a much better team now. It's just a testament to how we're starting to look. So you watch out. We're going to beat the hell out of Seahawks this Monday night, too. I'm going to be right there up in the joint.
Okay. All right, let's move on, man. Let's run down these scores, man. We got Eagles 40, Saints 29.
Oh, Lord. This goes to show Saints should have picked up Cam when they had the chance. Too little, too much, too little, too late. And Trevor Siemian, he was just – come on, he wasn't the answer. And see, that's what you get. But, they just signed Taysom Hill to a $40 million, a 4-year, I believe, what's that, $20 million guarantee?
Isn't he hurt right now or no?
Yeah, they signed him to a contract today. I seen it on Breaking News. I think he got like a $60 million contract, 4-year, $60 million contract, $20 million guaranteed.
He's not hurt, but that's a head scratcher about that team. They had him and Crab Legs in the quarterback battle, and now that Crab Legs is out for the rest of the season injured, you would think Taysom Hill start, but he's not. Right. They got
Crab Legs.
To me, I think Sean Payton is keeping him as a security blanket. You know what I mean? Case the rest of them go down.
But if he's the better quarterback and you
that's what I don't
games,
right?
Come on, man. You start your best player. I mean, I don't understand what.
I guess they figured they don't want.
I don't understand what New Orleans is doing. I will say this, and I say this begrudgingly. Philly is right there with us in turning the season around, man. They starting to show themselves.
Yes, because I've always been afraid of your boy Hurts. Hurts is a good quarterback. Hurts he rushed for 200 yards Sunday. I'm like, damn. I mean, did the Saints just stand on the sideline and watch him? And he ran. He killed him.
And I got to point out, because I always think it's funny when this happens, the whole Hurts Tua controversy at Alabama, now look who's succeeding.
Exactly.
True.
And the contract with Taysom Hill is a 4-year, $40 million contract, $20 million guaranteed. And that as soon as he coming off that concussion protocol, remember last year, he took them to the playoffs last year. Mm-hmm. So
and that's
watch out.
That's why it makes me think Sean Payton don't want to risk getting him hurt. For some reason, I don't know. All right, let's move on to the next one. We got Dolphins at the Jets. Dolphins over the Jets 24-17.
What was my score on that one, Andrew?
Yeah, man.
This was your next closest game. You had Dolphins 24-23.
All right. Okay.
What about
that was a good game, rival game.
What about mine, Andrew?
Man, you had damn Dolphins 35-10.
Oh, hey, but that's still a one, though. All right.
I had the Dolphins 23-21.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, let's keep it moving.
All right, let's go. Vikings over the Packers, 34-31.
Great game. Excellent game. I'm so glad. But Vikings are starting to turn things around. They're starting to peak now. They're starting to play like a Mike Zimmer team. Mike Zimmerman team. They are tough. Packers looked like they was going to take it, and the Vikings came right back and won that damn game in good fashion.
Let me point Molly, the moderator, out real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
I got to shout out the moderator. Me and Tim both got this game wrong.
Hey,
he picked Minnesota.
I showed it.
You picked Minnesota.
I showed it.
Yeah, that's why you 5-10.
All right, man. Let's go to the next one. We got Texas over the Titans, 22-13. Now, this is the one I told y'all. I said, do not sleep on Houston. Do not sleep on.
But you picked Tennessee 28-7. So.
You're right. Hey, I was just saying, don't sleep on them.
Well, shout out to my man Tyrod Taylor, 757 VA product, Hampton, Virginia, in the house.
Yes, sir. Y'all ready to move on to the next one?
Real quick, I just want to say, Tennessee 2 weeks ago, we talking about look like they might be the best team in the NFL, and here it is 2 weeks later, and we don't even consider them in the top 5.
No.
Stop.
Andrew, don't you do that. See how I was just giving you credit as being a coach?
Okay, say what you want to say, though.
I take all that back. Okay. Really? That's a trap game. That's a trap game.
It's a game against one of the worst teams in the NFL, period.
What is Tennessee's record? What is their record? What is Tennessee's record?
Matter of fact, they lost 2 games. What? In
a row.
No, they didn't.
They won the last game. They didn't lose 2 in a row.
No.
Last week before that, then, right?
No, they won both of them in a row. They beat the Rams before that.
Remember, they squeaked out the last. They played it. Whoever they played their last game.
Tennessee lost early in the season to the Cardinals week 1.
Right.
I can't remember who they lost to the second game, and then they lost this game here to recently to Tennessee to the
Houston Texans.
But see, you got to remember the rival games, man. Just like the Cowboys used to go 1-15 and they beat us, and we ain't never went no damn 1-15, so we don't know about that. So the way they came out again, thinking that Texas was just going to lay down, and they smacked that out of them. They beat them. Bottom line, they came in flat and
I see what the issue is. Tennessee has motivational issues. That's what's wrong with it.
Right.
They lose to Houston and they lost to the Jets. That's what it is.
Yeah.
But that's we call those. I call it a trap game. That's when you don't get up, you overlook a team, you don't get up for them. That's a trap game, man. You matter of fact, like I said, they probably didn't even practice for them.
Yeah, but you gotta win them games, man.
Yeah, and but look at the way the NFL schedule, the way the NFL game's been going this year. A lot of teams been losing to teams they should have won.
Beautiful season.
No, I love that. I love it because it's unpredictable. It's like you can't just go down and just pick and this team gonna win, this team gonna win. No, you better pick some upsets. You better pick some trap games. That's what you better do.
Or you can overdo that thought and end up 5-10.
Yeah, you're right. I did overdo that. Hey, let's go to the next one. Browns over the Lions, 13-10.
Browns.
I know I lost that one.
Well, it was a classic. It was a classic Tigers, Indians, or should I say Guardians game, baseball game. So it was just a whole lot of runs scored, a bunch of infield home runs, a lot of RBI errors, so on and so forth. But basically, it was a testament. Cleveland is beat up. They were still able to pull out the win.
Yeah, I don't have much on this game. I mean, any 13-10 game,
Yeah,
it's a couple hours of catnapping for me.
Yes, I thought at least Lions.
Now, I will point out that somebody picked Detroit to win this game. I ain't gonna say no names. I'm not gonna say no names. Somebody picked Detroit to win their first game.
You're right. That was my pick for them. They beat up Browns. Hobbling beat up Browns. They hobbling on one leg right now, and the Detroit Lions still couldn't go in there and beat them. So, you know what?
Hey, when your third string is better than their first string, that's what happened.
They might not get a win this year. Hey, if they can't beat the Browns, beat up the Browns are, and they can't go in there and beat them. Hey, all right, now let's go.
Let me ask y'all a question real quick. Wasn't it Detroit some years back that went the season without a win?
Yeah.
Y'all remember that?
Don't worry, Detroit gonna get a win.
No, they did that. It was a couple. They almost did a few years in a row.
Yeah.
Where
they the only team, because I remember Tampa Bay once held the record.
Well, they did do it. They did do it.
They did what?
No, Detroit went 0-16 about 6-7 years ago.
That's what I'm
you
talking
remember
about.
that?
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
They did it already.
Hey, but the thing is, though, you got rid of. See. Let's go. Let's talk about Detroit for just a hot second here. Detroit got rid of their winningest coach, black guy. What's his name, Tim? Give me his name. The black guy. He used to be the coach.
Jim Caldwell.
Jim Caldwell. A winning football coach, and then brought in. Matter of fact, right after the year they get rid of him, they brought in Matt Patricia. He ain't win nothing.
They better bring back Wayne Fonts.
Yeah, they need to call him back like the Carolina Panthers called in Cam. They need to call Caldwell back.
Yeah, no, they do.
When Wayne Fonts coached, though, what
I
remember about Wayne Fonts coaching the most, that was during our best years. It seemed like every year we played Detroit in the first round of the playoffs, and of course we won. But
yeah, man, they need Caldwell to come back there. All right, let's move on, man. So this game, this one right here. Ravens over the Bears, 16-13. And matter of fact, my score was that game was 10-7, Bears over the Ravens. So I went upstairs. I think I forgot the game. The Bears was up. 10-9 or 10, something like that. Whatever it was up. I went upstairs for a minute, came back. It was on less than 30 seconds left in the game. And the Bears had scored, and then they kicked off. So I went upstairs during the kickoff. I come back, the Ravens up. I said, "What? Come on, man! How you give the game away on a kickoff? Did they run a kickoff back?"
Well,
Andrew,
I did not see the highlights of the game.
Man,
this is no 16-13. A boring game to me. All I can tell you is Jackson was out. He didn't play, so. I think that explains a lot.
Right. As far as I'm concerned, Nagy's got to go because bad teams find a way to lose. I mean, Chicago had that win against Pittsburgh a couple weeks ago. Then the debacle with the taunting call and so many other things, or whatever case may be. Nagy, he just not being. Oh yeah, your boy Justin Fields went out on. I think he had an injury, head injury.
Yeah, Justin Fields out.
Right, but Baltimore just showing you Jim Harbaugh coach team. Huntley played quarterback because, like I told you, Lamar Jackson was sick. That's why Eric chose the other team. Let me help you make an excuse for why he was 5-10 because I feel sorry for you, son.
Any Bears fans out there? The quarterback went out, but apparently it's just bruised ribs, not broke. So Fields will be back.
Okay. Well, then your boy, the Red Rocket, Andy Dalton came in there, so they might try to starting him now, use him as an excuse. But if he played like he played with the Cowboys, he'll be out pretty soon too.
All right, let's move on. Let's get this final one out of the way. We got the Colts over the Bills, 41-15. No one saw that coming.
Woo!
That was
Hey, Indy is looking good right now. Indy's been looking hella good the past couple of weeks.
Hey, well, not only that, they went to Buffalo.
Let me tell you why. 2 words: Frank Reich, ex-Buffalo Bill. All right, and now Wentz and Frank Reich. Remember, he brought him through the Super Bowl. He brought him up in his tutelage. That's why they became Super Bowl champions. Even though Wentz got hurt at the end of the season, Frank Reich's a quarterback whisperer. Frank Reich is the guy that set the record against the Houston Oilers when they were down 32-3.
Frank
Reich came back. Frank Reich is telling Buffalo, I'm going to whip your butt because you didn't make me the starter. Frank Reich is a master coach, a master tactician, very skilled at his craft, and a quarterback whisperer. Need I say more? I was surprised, and it caused the Patriots to go number 1 in the division. Proving Andrew right for the first time in history. No, the second time. He was right earlier tonight with me. So, damn, he's saying something right about the Patriots.
We actually we skipped over that one game, the Thursday night game. New England, Atlanta, 25.
Well, we already knew it was going to be a bad game. And New England just went in there. I told you, they was going to pass Atlanta around like a bunch of ballroom whores. 25 zip.
I said before, watch out. They're going to pick it up the second half, and they're going to see their way right into the playoffs. Now, side note on that.
Hold up. I don't remember. I'm saying.
Ask him. Because me and him went back and forth about this. He said they weren't going to the playoffs.
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
Now,
I'll pull that clip up. Okay,
no, I didn't say they weren't going to put. No, listen.
My life, we said who are the teams going to the playoffs out of the AFC and NFC. Tim, you lit into me talking about the Patriots. The Patriots ain't going.
And I said
It's on tape.
Matt Jones, because they got that confidence by beating Tampa Bay.
Let me say this though. They haven't been playing the toughest schedule. So let's see what they do against the better teams, man.
But remember now, they got a softer schedule because they played like crap last year, like the Cowboys. That's why the schedule's so soft.
Yeah, but see, this is why I had a lot of confidence in New England. Either people didn't know or they forgot. New England had more players opt out last year because of COVID than any other team, including 7 defensive starters. Yeah,
9 players.
Total.
9 players. Yeah.
9 starters, especially on the defense.
It was all on defense.
Yes.
All right. Hey, let's get into this one. Let's go. Let's shift over to the NBA, man. The Lakers, LeBron James, that at the foul line got punched, elbowed. What's the guy name, man? From the Detroit Pistons, man. It was almost a malice in the palace again.
What's the guy named Isaiah? I forgot his last name.
The Andrews?
Isaiah Matthews, I think.
Yeah. No, I can't remember the name, but I think we should open up the lines for this one, man. I think we should really open up the lines. They gave LeBron a 1-game suspension, and they gave my man a 2-game suspension and a $950,000 fine. Do you think
Isaiah Stewart?
Yeah, Isaiah Stewart. Do you think?
So let me go ahead.
Hey, put that phone number back on the screen as well. Hey, look, if you want to make a comment about this game, give us a call at 571-532-0278. That's 571-532-0278. That's called memory power, buddy.
I know you ain't supposed to take out of that situation what I did, but the only damn thing I took out of the whole thing was AD coming like he was coming to somebody's rescue. And I was like, man, if you don't sit your ass down, because somebody's going to breathe on you hard and you're going to be out for the season.
Do nothing.
You're going to be out for the season. Somebody poke you in your chest and you're going to be done for the rest of the year, man. Go, just stay out of it.
Let me give you my take on that, man. So they had the foul line, boxing out for a rebound. So to me, actually, it was actually a basketball move in the heat of the moment. And it was intentional, accidental. And if you let me explain my point. Okay, first of all, you got to look at what Andrews, what's his name is? What was his name? Stewart. Isaiah Stewart pushed LeBron, and he pushed LeBron in the back. As LeBron was getting off balance, he basically saying, "Get off me." His elbow went back and his hand was more, and Stewart face was kind of down right where his hand was, and it hit him in the mouth. It was actually accidental.
Yes.
When I say it was a purpose accidental, because he meant to hit him off him. Listen what I'm saying now. He meant to get him off him, yes. But did he meant to elbow him hard and hit him in the mouth? No, because Stewart was off balance, and he was lower than he normally would be at the foul line. That's why I said it was accidentally done. Now, did Stewart deserve a $950,000, almost $1 million fine for that?
Let me say something about that.
You got to stay under control. Go ahead.
Let me say something about that.
No, let me finish this. You forgot that back in when they did the Malice in the Palace, when they had that full out brawl, they didn't want this to happen again. Especially, and guess what? You in Detroit, you don't want to ever have to see that again. So I agree with the fine, but then again, I want him to appeal it. So
real quick about the fine. Might have to backtrack on that. Bleacher Report came out with that fine. They're the ones that said it was $950,000. Nobody else has reported it since then. Nobody else has confirmed it, so we don't know. And normally, Bleacher Report is normally reliable. But it's kind of looking like they might have messed this one up.
No. I saw Stephen A. and he had JJ Redick on there and Keyshawn Johnson on there. They were talking about it. I actually saw it with their. Now, is it like it actually is true? I think it's true.
Okay. Yes, 950,000. Now remember, let me do the sounding board. This is the biggest BS I've ever heard in my life. It's classic NFL doggone Aaron Rodgers poster boy defense of LeBron James. LeBron James, when you see the top angle, come on, people shoot free throws all during the game. Guys post up on each other all doing on the game. Oh, normally LeBron does a good job controlling his temper, but he is human like everybody else. He has a ball in point like everybody else. You seen that he deliberately snatched his elbow, quick snap, popped the guy in the eye, didn't realize he busted him up, and you saw Isaiah Stewart dripping like he was Jesus on the dang on cross.
But he only started dripping because of his
anger. Wait, hold on. He was bloody. Listen, blood protruding from him, and then he tried to act like, "Oh, I didn't mean to do it. Well, you didn't go down there and try to reach for the man to pick him up. You just hold a minute. He did. It was deliberate. It was deliberate the way he snatched his elbow so quick, because everybody post up when they're trying to get the rebound for the free throw. That don't mean you have to snatch your elbow back like that. This man is 6'9", 250 pounds.
Damn, this basketball is grown men. This the NBA. What are you talking about?
Exactly. That's exactly why that elbow was deliberate. So the point of it is, all you did was give him a 1-game suspension. 1 game? The way he busted that dude up? If you busted me up with my pretty face, I'd want to kill you too.
Let me explain something to you. Let me explain this to you. Okay. Yes, he caught him with the elbow and hit him in the mouth with his hand. All right. But think about it now. Now, if you watch the replay of that, he didn't start bleeding until he started running around. You didn't see that.
Andrew, he started bleeding because his blood pressure went up, huh?
Exactly. That's what happened. That's exactly what he was calm. When he was calm, he was not bleeding. When he started, he looked at Russ. Matter of fact, he didn't come at LeBron at first. He came back. He saw people coming to LeBron's defense, and that's when he really got angry about it. That really charged him.
He did come to LeBron first. They were face to face, and they got separated.
No, but when they got separated, then that's when he started charging back because you had Russell started coming in, and if you saw in the picture in the background, Russell was like, "What? What you want to do? What?" He was trying to take up for LeBron, but
That's the hit up there. You seen that the elbow was deliberate. It wasn't no intentional, unintentional.
Oh, man, this the NBA. This is grown men basketball. 6'8", 225, 250 pounder players. Right. They going at it. That's happening all the time.
Let me ask you a question. If Isaiah Stewart did that to LeBron, would he have the same amount of suspensions that LeBron had?
Okay, that's a good question. But let me ask you.
Right. If Isaiah Stewart did that to LeBron, NBA's poster boy, and LeBron came out bloody like that, would Isaiah Stewart only get one game?
Let me ask you this.
You can't answer the question. Andrew, you can't answer the question.
If Isaiah Stewart would have just he took say for instance he didn't
ask you a question. I asked you a question. If
Isaiah Stewart would took that blow and took the foul and then went to the bench or whatever, got patched up and everything, and did not charge at LeBron, do you think any of this would have happened? You think it would have been a fine, but you think he would have got $950?
You negligent LeBron fan. You negligent, overlooking LeBron fan. LeBron damn near knocked the goddamn guy's teeth out, and you talking about if he just took it calm and went to the bench. Come on, man.
Move. That's part of basketball.
Listen, BS. You a LeBron fan. You a Lakers fan. You full of crap. You know that. Somebody elbowed you like that.
Let's wrap this up. I'm gonna throw this out there, Eric. Actually, I kind of agree with you. I think it was a basketball move on Tim's side. Man, if that had been anybody else, they'd be out at least 5 games. With that,
exactly.
Let's wrap this up.
You're right, guys. What guys? You got anything else to say on this, man? You got any? Hey, great show, man.
Shit. Because if that Isaiah Stewart did LeBron out, he would have been out that damn 27 games, and they would have fined him $950,000.
Let's repeat the last 10 minutes. Come on, fellas. Let's get it.
All right, man. Hey, that's what's up. That's our show, man. Look, y'all got anything to say before we go, man? Hey, if I don't talk to y'all, man, happy Thanksgiving, man. Yo, enjoy that food and go out.
I got a question to pose to both of you. I got a question to pose to both of you. I can work my schedule. We can still do it Thursday night. But
y'all, we still on live. We gonna have to do it special Wednesday night. Thanksgiving is on Thursday.
So that's tomorrow night.
That's fine. We got a special broadcast tomorrow night at Wednesday. Be here, be square. Tomorrow night, 7 p.m. We got a back-to-back show because of the holidays. We want to make sure we don't. We want to digest our turkey and see the damn Cowboys get shellacked. So be here tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Okay.